our first Champions League video, and it's a good week to start. Here we'll go over the biggest fixtures that took place midweek from teams all around Europe as the 32 teams battle it out to become the champions. A bold prediction from me a few weeks ago doesn't seem to be fulfilling itself, but I still believe that Man United can shock the world. Make sure to press that subscribe button and like the video. Anyway, let's get into it. Match day 2 started with a draw between Shakhtar Donetsk and Inter, which means that they now each have 1 point after losing their first game 2 weeks ago. Ajax beat Besiktas 2-0 as Aller makes history, being the first player to score 5 goals in his first 2 Champions League appearances. And now we arrive at a great upset, where Real Madrid lost 2-1 to Sheriff, as Sebastian Thiel scored in the 89th minute to seal the victory at the Santiago Bernabeu. It's only the beginning, but could Sheriff make history in their debut UCL campaign? We move to Italy, where AC Milan plays in Atletico Madrid, and more drama here as Griezmann scores his first goal for the club since his return in the 84th minute to equalise, but then a Suarez penalty in the 97th minute gives them a 2-1 win. Straight over to Germany, where Dortmund seemed to be missing Erling Haaland to a muscle injury, but it was no problem as Daniel Malen scored his first goal for the club late in the second half as BVB win 1-0 over Sporting Lisbon. PSG v Man City was nothing short of magnificent, as it seems this week was one of first goals. First Griezmann, Malen and finally Messi, who added to a gay first to make it 2-0 as PSG beat Guardiola's men. And what a goal. It was definitely worth the wait. Despite Man City's 7 shots on target, no goal could be found. They now sit third in their table, with Club Brugge in second. Do they need that striker that they were looking for in the summer? From France to Portugal, as Porto concede 5 to Liverpool, as they lose 5-1 with goals from Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Firmino coming off the bench upon return to score 2. Curtis Jones also making a grand statement in the fixture with his impressive performance. Another great upset was RB Leipzig's defeat to Club Brugge, who beat them 2-1 with goals from Vanaken and Matt Stritz. Now, as Tuesday concluded, we go into Wednesday's action, as Atalanta beat Young Boys 1-0, as they now sit top of the table in Group F. Zenit hammer Malmo 4-0, and they're now on level points with Chelsea. Wolfsburg against Sevilla saw out a 1-1 draw, as a Rakitic penalty in the 87th minute meant that the points were shared on the evening. In Group E, we saw Bayern Munich demolish Dynamo Kiev 5-0, with none other than Robert Lewandowski bagging 2, as well as Leroy Sané, Gnabry and Choupo-Moting. The Germans are looking like a tough side this season, with their main man in form. Sané also looking like a huge threat after the revival of his career seems to be well underway. A brace of penalties from Karim Adeyemi meant that RB Salzburg top Group G as they beat Lille 2-1. Now, back in Italy as Juventus played Chelsea. No Morata, no Dybala. It seemed to be a somewhat easier game for the Blues, but it was far from it. Despite them having 74% possession, each team had only 1 shot on target, with Chiesa bagging it and Mendy picking it up from inside of the net. Back to Group F, where we see a repeat of last year's Europa League final take place. Villarreal took on the Red Devils, and it was one thriller of a match. Complete domination from the Yellow Submarines in the first half would have produced a result if not for an outstanding performance from David De Gea. They scored early in the second half until Alex Telles got his first for United in the form of a magnificent volley to make it 1-1. 14 shots on target altogether produced a great game that was won by Man United in electric fashion. Lingard came on in the 89th minute to assist a Ronaldo goal in the 95th, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seems vindicated by the Portuguese once again. This result was desperately needed by Manchester United, as it seems they have been out of form lately and have a rough schedule to come up. Group E had another massive game between Benfica and Spanish giants Barcelona, but it definitely did not seem that way. One-way traffic saw Ronald Koeman's men heed a 3-0 defeat, which means they are without a win in their first 2 Champions League games. 1 shot on target the whole game means that they continue their mediocre form, and they have Atletico Madrid next in the league. Will Koeman get the sack? I think so, because there are too many managers right now available that could do a better job. Did the departure of Messi really produce this Barcelona side? That was this week's Champions League matches, and we are fast approaching the start of match day 7 of the Premier League, which concludes with an enormous game. Let me know what you think the scores will be between Liverpool and Man City in the comments down below. I'll put mine too. But until next time, goodbye.